Carly, and today I'm going to do a video all about powders. And there are many different kinds of powders. There are pressed powders like these two. This is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, and this is the Maybelline New York Dream Matte Powder. And there are also loose powders like this Clinique one, and there are translucent powders, which this is also translucent. And pressed powders, they are for more normal to dry skin because they don't take away as much moisture as loose powders do. And and then loose powders are more for oily or skins, so they absorb your oils off your face. And translucent powders are for, they don't have any color, so if you have like oily skin and you don't want to add color to your face, you just want it to absorb the oil, this is what you would use. And translucent powders also, like if you're using it for oily skin, you don't want to like put this in your purse and apply it like every time you go to the bathroom or something. You want to use blotting sheets for those, because if you start using like just powder just to cover up oils like all the time every day, your face is going to get like white and it might get cakey and it's not very pretty. So I would suggest, if you have oily skin, to carry around, oh, it says a mirror on it, to carry around on blotting sheets. And pressed powders and loose powders, you can use these like for like a bunch of different things. So I would suggest that like you have a pressed or loose powder that is like your shade skin tone, and then one that is like a shade darker, because what you can do with the shade darker is you can put it below your jawline to make it look like you don't have a double chin if you have a double chin. And if your nose is kind of wide, then you can also use it on the sides of your nose to make your nose look thinner. And darker powders, you can also use them as blush for like a natural looking skin tone blush with no color. And yeah, and then the powder that is your skin tone, you can use that to correct some mistakes in your makeup. Like if you put on a blush and you notice that it's like way too bright or something, you can add a little bit more powder over it and it might tone the color down. And if your eyeshadow is like really bright or something, you can do the same thing for that. And mostly all powders come with brushes, and the Dream Matte powder comes with a brush like this. And this is like not a sponge, but the other thing. And this L'Oreal True Match powder comes with a sponge. And with these things, you want to, if you're using them like every day, then you probably want to dispose them and go to the drugstore and buy some new ones like every month or so. And that's because the sponges, they collect a lot of bacteria, and if you have acne and you're like putting it on your forehead and your forehead has acne, and then the next day you put some on your cheek and your cheek didn't have any acne and the next day it does, that could be why, because the bacteria go in your cheek. And so yeah, and so you really want to change your sponges ever so often. And if you don't use your sponges frequently, like me, like this isn't even used barely, then you just want to wait till like your sponges get like all the same color as your makeup. So when it's like all that color up there, then you're like, oh yeah, I need a new makeup sponge. And that doesn't go there. And that's like pretty much it, I think. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, brushes. The sponges that it comes with, these are okay, but if you want to make your look more flawless, then I would suggest using a powder brush. Okay, and when you're putting on your powder, you want to make sure that you're brushing it in the way that the little fuzzy hair things on your face, you want to make sure that you're like brushing it that way. So I haven't put on my powder today, so I'm going to show you guys what I do when I put on my powder. And I'm going to use this one. And what you do is you would like swirl it around, and then on my forehead my hairs go more like this way type of thing, so I'm just going to go like this, like blend it into my hairline. You definitely want to make sure that you blend your powder into your hairline and your jawline. And then for my cheeks, my hair goes more like this way, so I'm just going to put it like this. And then same for my other cheek, goes that way. And if you don't put it the way your hair flows, then your hair is going to like stick up and it's going to be like really weird. So, and then on my chin, hairs go like down, and same with like my upper lip. And then on my nose, they just go down too, and out to the side. And then on your jawline, you want to make sure like you like blend it down your neck, so you can't like tell that like there's like some major line, because that wouldn't look so good. And that's how I apply my powder. And of course it would be different with a sponge, but I don't normally use a sponge. And these Eco Tool brushes, they're like really good for applying stuff. This came in a set of 2, 3, 4. No, I think there were like 5 brushes total. And it was only like $9.99 at Walmart. And they're like eco-friendly, and they're really, really soft. And I really like these brushes. They're from the drugstore too, by the way. And that's about it for powder. And I think I'm going to make this like a series and do like a bunch of other categories like concealers and mascaras and blushes, and you know, all that stuff. And so if you have a request of what I should do next, then please leave it in the comments below, or message us or email us or whatever. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.